Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. So this one is actually, again, about my Cruze. But it's an after install, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. So I installed it kind of spur of the moment type of thing, but I'm going to show you how to do it. That way, for people who do have questions, I can show you what I did. So from the top, there's the downpipe, which is right there, which connects to the turbo, which connects to the air filter, which I will be doing later. But what I did recently was I replaced the downpipe and the mid-pipe along with my previous video, which added on to the catback exhaust XS type from Borla. So let me show you underneath what it all looks like. This is the struggle of being by yourself. Alright, so as you can see, it says ZZP right there. And that goes all the way up to my turbo. And as you can see, there's an O2 sensor right there. And there's an O2 sensor right there. So those are your two O2 sensors. And the way that you're going to need to disconnect them is this one. You disconnect from right there, up in that corner. Here, I'll try and... Oh, my exhaust is kind of hot right now. But anyways, it's... If you follow the plug, it's right there. And then the other one, if you look from the top, you can follow it all the way up over... Just follow the blue cord, and you'll be able to find it. And you want to unplug them first before you unscrew them from the previous downpipe and mid-pipe. So you'll see that there's 3 screws right here, which I showed you in the previous video. And there's a middle portion right here that connects, it's a coupling that connects the 2 pieces of the mid-pipe. And then if you go all the way back here, you'll see ZZP again, and there's my Borla catback. So that's where it connects. It's 2 right here, and I believe that both sides are 12s, either 12s or 13s. And then this, I believe, is a 16 that you'll need, and then these are 13s. And there's also, as you can see, a mounting spot right here that doesn't have anything mounted. The reason for that is what had the previous downpipe mounted to. But if you can see right here, this is where it's mounted currently. These are both mounting spots from the previous downpipe, but you'll only be using this one right here for the new downpipe. And as you'll notice, sorry, my light went out. And now it's not even working. Fantastic. Let me pull out my phone real quick. Okay, so as you'll notice right there, it looks like that should be a spot for an O2 sensor. It is. But the ZZP downpipe comes with a plug for that hole. Therefore, you can use that later if you get a turbo, what's it called? The gauge pod. It'll tell you what your turbo reading is, your airflow sensor, basically anything like that that you want to be able to read on a gauge. And yeah, it's honestly a pretty simple install. It took me, I don't know, took me probably like 20 minutes to get the downpipe in. I had actually done the mid-pipe and downpipe separately. I would recommend doing them at the same time. And the order that you'll do it is you want to put a jack stand, or not a jack stand, but a transmission stand. Kind of just like, it's like a jack stand, but a lot taller. Put that under your catback, or whatever you have. That's where my Borla catback is. Disconnect the two bolts and screws where the catback connects to the mid-pipe. Disconnect that, take the mid-pipe out, but make sure you disconnect the O2 sensor that's in the mid-pipe first. Disconnect the 3 that connects the mid-pipe to the downpipe. Disconnect that. Once you take the mid-pipe out, unscrew the O2 sensor, and the O2 sensor screw size is, or wrench size that you'll need, is a 22. You'll need a 22 mil for the both O2 sensors. So once you do that, you go to the downpipe, and then you'll go to the 2 mounting spots that I showed you. They'll be both either 10s or 12s. And you'll unscrew those, and then there's also a V-clamp that connects the turbo to the downpipe. And the way that you'll do that is there's another either 12, 13, or 16 that screws, and you'll unscrew that, and that'll loosen the V-clamp, and then it should come right off. And basically you just do it in the reverse order. Put the new downpipe on, tighten the V-clamp, mount the, put the mounting bracket where it belongs. There's only one for the new downpipe, remember that, there's only one. And then once you have that all in, put the O2 sensor back in to the downpipe, because you disconnected it first, and then you unscrewed it, and now you're gonna connect it back in, or I take that back. Before you put the downpipe back in, you're going to screw it into the downpipe, put it into place, put the downpipe into place, and then plug it back in. That way you're not spinning the wires, because that could cause them to throw a code. But once you do that, put the downpipe in, mount it, screw everything on. Then you get the mid-pipe in, and there's 2 pieces. So first you'll do the 3 bolts, and you'll bolt that up to the downpipe, and then you'll hold that up, and with the second piece you'll use the coupling, put that on there, 2 16s or 13s, and you'll screw that in, make it really tight so that it doesn't budge at all. And then the last piece is just to put the two bolts, which are both 12s, into the connecting for the Borla catback, in my case. But in your case, you might have the stock back, which I don't recommend. But one thing that you will notice is you hear a lot more turbo noise, which is good. But you'll probably throw code, especially if you don't have it tuned or something like that. Because right now I'm throwing a code and it's saying that it's running rich to lean. So I'm either going to get a code, or one thing that I have heard that you can do that might work is you can get a cold air intake to counterbalance the airflow, because there's too much air going through the exhaust and going out, and not enough back pressure. But if you get a cold air intake, it pushes a lot more air in, and so it might be able to counteract it and do just enough. But I would definitely recommend getting a tune, which I'm looking into. And if you need a tune for a Chevy Cruze, this is a first gen 2012, I would look into B&R. They have handheld tuning, and they have a couple different tunes that are made specifically for this. But if you have any questions about sites or anything, the main ones you want to go to are ZZP, which is ZZP Performance. Borla, they're just exhaust though. Cruise Culture, you can look them up. They do a lot of seats. They do bag systems, suspension, wheels, a couple different things. And then Can you help me out? I totally forgot what the other one was. Dang it. Oh, BNR. BNR stands for Bad News Racing. And they do just about everything as well. Or, as everybody goes to for everything, you can look up car ID and they'll give you just about anything. But the intakes that I recommend is AEM and K&N, which either that or the handheld tuner is coming up next. So hopefully get that soon.